That's a name. All right. So we are back on the Mana Symbol channel. And we're going to play a little deck that has been named by a combination of Dry Boomer and Moored to Light as American 4-color Flicker, Kiki Cord, Hate Bear, Toolbox, Stoneforge, Loses to Mindlock Orb, Omnath, Midrange, Combo, Feat, Modern Staple, and about to be banned card, Seasoned Pyromancer. It's a banger. So what is this deck? So it's a Chord of Calling deck. This is green, 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 X instant with Convoke. It says search your library for a creature card with a mana value X or less. Put it on the battlefield and then shuffle. So this is a tutoring card, which makes it ideal for an 80 card deck. It allows our 80 card deck to basically just have more room for tutor targets, and wonderful silver bullets and combo pieces are some of them. The obvious combo we have is Restoration Angel plus Kiki-Jiki. This has been killing people for years. If you put the combo in play, you can create an infinite number of Restoration Angels and attack your opponent for infinite damage times 3. So you do that with Restoration Angel. Kiki-Jiki is, of course, usually the second thing you get. Restoration Angel, though, also combos with things like Seasoned Pyromancer, Wall of Blossom, Stoneforge Mystic, anything with an enter the battlefield trigger, Skyclave Apparition. All of these are reasonable cards to play in the modern format, as well as synergizing with Resto Angel, as well as being good targets for Chord of Calling. We've got Stoneforge Mystic, which can fetch up our Batterskull or our Sword of Fire and Ice, and we are a Naya deck that is splashing blue for just one card in the main deck, and Teferi Time Relevant on the sideboard, and that one card is Omnath, Locus of Creation. Omnath, for anyone who doesn't know it, is obscenely powerful as a modern card. For red, green, white, and blue, you get a 4/4 legendary creature elemental Jelly Bean. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and if that wasn't good enough, which it isn't, you have a landfall trigger that says whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. If this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn. If it's the second time, you get 4 mana, white, red, green, and blue. And if it's the third time, you get to deal 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. So Omnath, if you put Omnath into play and then have a fetch land, then fetch with the fetch land, you can get your mana rebated instantly, which is insane, in addition to the fact that you're going to gain a net 3 life if you shock net 1. We have some Lightning Helixes to deal with the hyper aggression in the format instead of any Lightning Bolts. We do have some Path to Exiles to hopefully deal with sticky or large threats. We got Birds, we got Gilded Goose, we got Utopia Sprawl, and we even have Magus of the Moon because we are not afraid of Blood Moons. So, yeah. Yeah, we've got Forests and Utopia Sprawls, Gilded Goose, Birds of Paradise. The deck we are more afraid of, Moored, is if someone's going to play red-green mid-range with Blood Moon and Pillage, it puts a really brutal squeeze on your first couple turns, because you either have to put your Utopia Sprawl on a basic, which then gets pillaged, or you fetch around other things, and then you get Blood Moon. So it's those decks are very tricky. We've got some silver bullets worth mentioning. We've got a Scavenging Ooze. We've got 2 of Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness is very, very good in these kind of decks with both Chord of Calling and Restoration Angel. And then we've got the Magus of the Moon, and we have Eidolon of Rhetoric. Eidolon of Rhetoric might be excellent right now if we run into any Bring to Light decks, but generally speaking is just a good hate card to have, not just against Storm. Just don't play it against any decks that you expect or wish to have counter magic against, or you are going to be in some severe pain. Attempting to play against a deck with counter magic when you can only play 1 card per turn is not good. Not a good choice. Not a good look. So, off we go. We will miss Modern Staple Abundant Growth. Yeah, it's worth pointing out we're not playing Abundant Growth. We're instead playing some Gilded Goose. Gilded Goose is the best version of cards 5, 6, and 7, Birds of Paradise. If the thing we're most worried about is colors, and specifically red, I think the Gilded Geese could definitely be Noble Hierarch in this deck list. Although we do need double red for Seasoned Pyromancer, I'm just not concerned about it. But maybe the Gilded Geese are in there for the food tokens, which does give you a surprisingly large amount of game against burns sometimes, or prowess decks. But yeah, I mean, I could see Arbor Elf being better here. Abundant Growth or Noble Hierarch. I think they all have their pluses and minuses, and Gilded Goose, while not very commonly played in these kind of decks, might be good to go. So I guess we're gonna find out. Kiki in the opening hand. You hate to see it. But I have a turn 2 Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm inclined to keep this on the draw. Uh-oh. Mill? Lantern! Ho-ho! Word Doctor! That's one heck of a spicy meatball. And goodness gracious, golly oh my, we're starting out super spicy and sweet in this league. Usually decks full of tutors are not great for the Lantern player. So, and we have things like Eternal Witness, but if they're able to get like a Torpor Orb out quickly or whatever, we're going to get beat to hell. Yeah, Torpor Orb will definitely be no good Ram Bright, and we're hoping to dodge that. Obviously, Basura out there looking to find the mirrors. So when I play this Seasoned Pyro, I can discard Stoneforge and a land. That'll get me to 2 creatures, but I'm going to draw another Stoneforge and... just don't think Stoneforge is the card we want here. So let's play Pyro, discard Stoneforge and Breeding Pool, because Flooded Strand can fetch us the blue mana we might need. But I'm happy to have the extra creature, because this gets me closer on Chord of Calling to the Restoration Angel. Skyclave is a fantastic draw as long as they don't hit Torpor Orb. Resto Angel on top. Oh wow! So we just need to hit lands. You're hoping to find the mirror match of American 4-color Flicker, Kiki, Cord, Hate Bear, Toolbox, Stoneforge loses to Mindlock Orb, Omnath, Midrange, Feed, a mana base so fragile it loses to Blood Moon occurring in the same calendar year 2 Electric Boogaloo. That just doesn't seem too likely. For anyone who has not yet heard the ad for Serum Visions that was put into the most recent episode of Faithless Brewing, or the second most recent episode of Faithless Brewing, I don't think it's a surprise that I can read a script like that at that speed. I can go faster if I actually have practice on it, but and get a little bit more articulate. Yep. Well, there that is. All right. So we have Scavenging Ooze. Not helpful. We have... Do I have any creature that takes that off the battlefield? No. Shit. Pithing Needle. Okay. I haven't played Jund. I haven't played Jund Lantern yet. Ram Bright nailed it though. The main deck Torpor Orb just came down like a hammer. They don't have a bridge yet though, and I have a reasonably fast clock. So Hmm. So I can't get blue with this. So I might as well get... Well, I could get the Raugrin Triome, but then I can't play what I want here. Which I guess I should have thought far enough advanced to deal with that, but whatever. I'll get the Sacred Foundry because this is our third red, which means that I can play the Kiki in theory this turn, although I didn't actually draw what I needed to do that, but it's fine. Play the Kiki next turn. So, they're... What the hell? What's happening? No! They had were all... Oh, yikes. And they're... Well, no, they're not going to draw the Thoughtseize now, though. But I don't have anything that takes out any of their stuff. Oh my god. Brutal. What a hand. This deck might need a Goblin Crater Maker or a Kasali Pride Mage. Not that I think that Lantern Control is like way on the uptick or anything, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to lose to situations like this where you otherwise wouldn't. Don't we have Magus? I mean, we do. Ah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, okay. We can go for that. Or we could have if I had a third green. I don't have it yet. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this is not... This is a player named Voej. And it looks like the deck they're playing is a lot more similar to the Lantern / Urza deck that people were playing. Like, I played it on stream, although I didn't record it. Oh, right, that doesn't draw me a card. Of course it doesn't draw me a card. Why would I think that it drew me a card? Think we're dead? We're not dead yet. We are not dead yet. No, I'm aware of that, Mord. We're just not dead yet. We're definitely dying. I love that, like the whir into the Urza was like the last couple cards in their hand. That's so brutal. Whir for 1? It's Codex Shredder. Wild. Talisman. Talisman. So now I have Chord. So we pass the turn. They'll Inquisition. I'll Chord in response. I'll try to pretend that there's going to be a Crater Maker in my deck. They milled themselves. Play Pithing Needle, sure. I'm interested to know what the second thing they name is. Flooded Strand. Interesting considering I have one in my graveyard. But all right. I'm not complaining. So definitely I can bring in Teferi. And then probably the Blood Moons. And maybe Scavenging Ooze. Oh, they do have Sword of the Meek, yeah. And they're gonna have Thopter Foundry. The Talisman cycle is terribly designed from an algebra perspective. How do you figure? I mean, I'm sure you know what you're talking about. I just want to make sure that you know what you're talking about. They found a Pixis. That's fine. Where we get Tal equals whatever WotC wants. Okay. You know, while we're just waffling around here waiting for my opponent to take their incredibly slow game actions, we're going to hear some words from our sponsors.
When I was younger, I used to spend hours devouring every new set. I knew every card name, read every article, and stayed up late tweaking and tuning. My decks were always the talk of the LGS. The times have changed, and I just can't seem to keep up.
Does this sound familiar? If it does, we've got something that can help. Serum Visions.
Hi, I'm Dr. Combo, and my team of DGens and I had a simple goal in mind: crush Jund. Once we did that, we had some more time and energy, so we decided to create Serum Visions, a twice-monthly oral supplement for your Magic the Gathering brewing health.
Taken every 2 weeks directly through the years, Serum Visions has been proven to increase the playing of non-meta decks, fun-ofs, and spicy cards by up to 80%.
Unlike other podcasts, we're not solely focused on being competitive, maybe even not focused on it at all, because, at the end of the day, that's probably not your focus. What we're interested in is ideas that excite us, and we hope they'll excite you.
If you feel a strong desire to register burn, call your doctor immediately. Jank brewing is not for everybody and can mix poorly with other hobbies, drugs, or alcohol. Do not listen to Serum Visions if you're listening to podcasts that deal with standard in a serious way. The makers of Serum Visions are not responsible for any lost tickets, revenue, or dignity to any persons inspired fully or in part by the contained information.
Thanks to Serum Visions, I'm inspired, confident, and ready for my next weekly Magic the Gathering tournament.
Ask your doctor if Serum Visions is right for you, or just download it wherever high-quality podcasts are provided. The Serum Visions Podcast. Iterative jank for the modern world.
Faithless Brewing, a name that means so much to all of its fans.
Serum Visions,
patrons.
we were just kicking
What
around a
does it
few
really
different
mean?
ideas,
Legacy
mostly
of
inspired
quality
by
brews,
Magic cards, and
pioneered
Serum
in
Visions just
Minnesota,
stuck.
and
Thirst for
now
Knowledge was
with
the first one
nationwide
actually we really
production
liked, but it was
from
already
the
taken.
Carolinas in the east to Washington in the west. Brewmaster David Robertson hand selects from over 18,000 unique Magic cards, some unknown vintages, some modern flavor of the months, and combines them weekly into brews of a delicious character. Spicy, sweet, hot, fresh, and strong. These fledgling combinations are then vetted and quality controlled by a head of competitive testing, Damon Alexander, who's always abreast of changes in their field, and CEO Daniel Shriver, who has never ceased to have a hands-on approach to testing and enjoying their product. The result? Brews that have uplifted and inspired a community of people who stand by Faithless Brewing. Professionals even dip their toes into the faithless fold and have presented these brews to the world to great success.
Yeah, they have a card stock.
Sounds good? You can join in by listening
Start
to
playing
Faithless
Mutes? I'm on
Brewing
it.
every week, available on your podcast player. And if you like it, a small weekly contribution allows you to take part in the Discord, where you can participate in community leagues with
Witness can
like-minded
get me back
brewers
nothing.
and
but
brew
there's a
reviews
torpedo
where your
I
own
can play
brews
another-
can be faithlessly roasted by experts and special guests such as Jerry Thompson and Everett Muha. Faithless Brewing. Some people say we have no standard. We say no standard is good enough for us.
All right, we got one more. We got one more radio spot to get through. Will my opponent kill me before then? No, not even close. No friggin' way. Where's the other ad? It is... There it is.
Has this ever happened to you? I can't figure out which Magic the Gathering podcast to listen to, and I'm no Spike.
Every Friday, the greatest minds in modern tech building come together to present Faithless Brewing. Recorded in areas adjacent to Lumen Field in Seattle,
They are not playing that
Bank
quickly now.
Stadium, Minneapolis, and the Gallo
It's not someone who is experienced. That Inventors Fair will kill me, though.
Benson, North Carolina. You'll hear all about cutting-edge modern
They've got the
technology
talisman,
with
the
cards
black
that have been
mana,
described as modern Lego by deck engineers
They should
Shallow,
definitely play
Ray, Day.
They can't Thopter Sword
Hear
combo,
about
though, because
developments
they
in
have
the
a
format
Torpor,
from
and I don't know if
David
they know that.
Newwatch, Alexander, and
it may take them
Daniel
a second to figure that out.
Van Schriever. Sick of going 0-5? These guys can help you 3-2.
Yeah, but they can sack the Torpor.
Style. And if
They can
listening
sack
to
the
the
Torpor before
podcast
my
is
turn.
a good note for you, access to the Discord is only $5.
$5?
$5.
Yeah, it's all good.
You can ask
I
questions
know
to
it's-
experts. Show them
But I'm
your
saying
decks,
they might not.
collaborate with
They might not
peers,
get
and
it, and they may not
participate in the
figure it out right away.
Faithless Brewing Community League. Like burning rubber. Try burning tickets. Looking for
I'm just
better
trying to teach my
metagame
opponent a lesson, they gotta win
analysis?
back.
Check out the Dive Down.
Plus, we got stuff to listen to.
That's right. Don't be a downer. Be a dive downer. With all the exciting action of spreadsheets. Faithless Brewing in the Dive Down.
Yeah,
Check
no,
them
dude.
out, or you might as well be dead.
One cannot know
Available at
the good time.
podbean.com or wherever high-quality podcasts are provided.
Yeah, that was one of my main inspirations for that hands was the Power Thirst commercials. Absolutely. I showed them to one of the people on Faithless Brewing. He was like, "What the hell? What the hell is Power Thirst? Like, what?" Picnic Face is from Who's Picnic Face? You fool. You fool. My Gilded Goose may not make a food when it enters the battlefield, but it will make foods when I tap it. You fool. And I can attack for 0 every turn. This game is dumb and I'm enjoying it. I hope we're not losing too many people for this, but I'm having a time here. Just having a nice relaxed chat with the chat. We got AMA time, so if you guys want to know anything about being a professional musician, going to university for music, working on cruise ships as a musician, you can ask away. They're worrying for 6. I don't know what they're getting with that. Thopter Foundry. Okay. Do they know how to do it? Yeah, I know. I know, obviously, Basura. I mentioned everything about that. But we don't know that they can do that. Oh, it's all good. All good. Oh, it's all good, friend. If you're a symbol of mana, but only have blue mana symbols, does that make blue the most musical color, despite white literally having a harpist? I mean, green has harpists in it as well, and lyrists, I believe. In theory, red should have the most musicians, although in actual card art and stuff, it normally doesn't. Yeah, they sacked the Torpor Orb. They know! They know! Screeching is not music. Tell that to a bagpipist. See what that gets you. Most of them are Scottish. Or from the tougher parts of Canada. My opponent's down to 10 minutes on clock. They haven't even started making the 16 Thopters they need here. Goodness gracious. Good luck, friendo. I've come this far. I'm not conceding now. You make your Thopters. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. The players of the pipes. The players of the pipes. Warren would... In battle, we'd wear a full-blown sequined gown. The goal was to blind your enemy with luxury. They're just trying to squeeze every... I'm letting them have it, dude. I'm letting them have it. They can have every minute of this game that they paid for. Remember that time Germany tried to invade Scotland? Yeah, me neither. Exactly. Remember that time Rome did invade all of Europe, or all of England? And by England, I guess I mean the UK. Yes, yes, we do. There's still a straight road in, there's still a straight road, and that is in England, that was left over after the Romans invaded, so... Ooh, they're getting clever now. But what they don't realize is this actually does add a click. This doesn't save as much time as they think it does. Yeah. I think they maybe just figured it out. Oh, Thopter Sword combo. You are a harsh mistress. Germans were terrified that after their experience with Zeppelins, the Scottish refused to give up weaponized air and perfected their craft, and the Germans decided the Russian winter was a preferable opponent, which, let's be honest, is a smart move. Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 so far, but I have a Resto and a Gilded Goose. They gotta get to 19? 18. 18 will do it. 18 Thopters in total. It's 10, 11, 12. They're putting the 13th into play right now. Brutality. Don't you have infinite blockers now? No, they have a pithing needle on Kiki-Jiki. This is not a ploy. They needled Kiki forever ago. They have a second needle on Flooded Strand, but they also have the Kiki-Jiki. Wait, did they tap Thopters? Thopters that they need to attack? Oh, they did! You fool! No, they didn't. Okay, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, this is at the end of my turn, so. Yeah. They've been doing this for so long, I forgot where I am, hands. Sorry, Alex. I honestly think it would have been better for their clock to mill me out. Because at least they're spending some of my clock. Oh, they're not entering the red zone yet. So 10, 18, 19. They have 19 Thopters now. They're going... this is overkill now, officially. Unless they're counting flyers, I don't know I have. Dry Boomer, that is what that feels like on the other side of the table, as someone who's done it before. That is what that game state feels like. Creating each Thopter involves so many game actions, and the worst part is like the moto lag, even at its best, gets in your way because you can't cycle through it. What they could have done is gone for half enough Thopters and just attacked me twice. Like, there's really no risk. They see the top card in my library. They know I'm not drawing it out. If they've been tracking properly, they know exactly what the two cards in my hand are. So... pull her back. Pull her back, baby. Hold on, I want to assign my blockers. Alright, I'll take 20. Oh, the drinking bird. Good old drinking bird. Well, thanks for sticking with me, people. Alright, so let's get these two fairies in here. Sword is generally not useful. Batterskull is maybe not useful either. Which means I can cut the Stoneforges, which means let's bring in like Blood Moon. And then this chunkifies the curve really badly though. Oh, I know hands. I'm just I'm not going to disrespect them by just being like, well, we don't need the sideboard. Like, that's just, I don't know. I think generally speaking, the paths are going to be better than bolts here. This deck could really do with a Kasali Pride Mage or a Goblin Crater Maker somewhere in the 95. But I do share the experience that this player probably had in constructing this list, that it's actually surprisingly hard to fit them in sometimes. Even Mind Sensor? Yeah, Mind Sensor could be good. Mind Sensor is definitely something that could be good. Opponent said, you're going to get me on clock. I would guess so. Sad face. I hate Aven Mind Sensor. I mean, it's a very good card. I just really hate that card. It drives me nuts. It's just really, really brutal. Freaking 2-1. All right. I said to my opponent, I hope they got some good practice. Smiley face. If opponent is worried about their clock, they're playing the wrong deck. Yeah, don't I know it? So because my mana would get locked out so brutally, we're probably playing the Skyclave first. Unless this is a Torpor Orb. It is not. Okay. So we're going to play the Skyclave, eat the Talisman. Oh, no, no, no! Oh! Fuck you. Here I am trying to play fast. Some kind of jerk ass. Whatever. It's fine. Honestly, that's good for us. I don't agree with you, but okay. Pixis in their hand, sure. Got a needle and didn't call Kiki? I mean, I guess. No, I'm not really mana screwed. I just... mess with my tempo. And I like it. Can't I be a petulant child about this? Isn't that okay? So now we're just gonna moon him. Don't question the chat. Awful things could happen to you, streamer. Chat things. Can't things. Like the Skyclave? Well, I'd rather lock out their mana right now, because this means that they can't whir, and if they can't whir, their ability to get a Torpor Orb is reduced heavily. Chat's a threat. So that's what chat lethal means. That's what they're talking about with the chat lethal. Their card is worthless. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Oh, for the... Are you serious? So now I have to flicker the Skyclave to eat the Urza? I'd rather get rid of the Urza than the bridge at this point, honestly. The Urza's going to start drawing them cards, and I have enough time. Plus, I have Yorion coming. Yoink!
Yoink!
Seasoned Pyro in my graveyard. Cool. This is going to be a cool little play. I get to Skyclave and Resto and Skyclave. Or I could just keep looping with Yorion, which is probably the better thing to do. So, eat the bridge. It takes them off of Uwu. Flicker Yorion. Draw with ball. Okay. Well, it does cut them off of blue, white, blue. Also cuts them off of blue, blue. It could do. Are you serious? What a goddamn draw. It's not too bad, but like, Jesus. I'll take the 6. Yeah. The power of Uwu. The power of Uwu in my hand. I'll take him off of Uwu next turn, alright? Don't worry about it. We're gonna take him off of it. Good draw. Talisman. Talisman. And I have Pyromancer tokens, so. Oh no, my wall! It's milling me out faster! No. Flicker the Gilded Goose. And the wall? Yeah. And the Skyclaves? Sure. Wait, what's this one on? Codex Shredder. I'll leave the other one. The Resto Angel? Sure. The power of Ooh. We should nerf Yorion. Make it an angel. A pretty one. I want to see that pretty angel. Lantern. Oh no. Ooh, nice Whir of Invention they've got there. Attacking with all the boldness. You've fallen into a bad place, haven't you, opponent? Got him. I'll take it. I'll take it. After some of the losses I've had this week, I'll take it. We're going to game 3. So do I mull to 0? Is that the way to play this? No. Okay. Off to round 2. Maybe we get to play some Magic. Well, that was Magic. Maybe we get to play some different Magic. Have you mentioned your disdain for Lantern Control? Not this stream, you haven't. But I got something to tell y'all.
Some folk will never eat skunk, but then again some folk will, like Cletus the slack-jawed yokel.
Hey, what's going on this side?
I mean, I mean, just in case you were not aware, Hands, my most popular YouTube videos of all time are Lantern Control. So... yeah, that's no good in the dark. That is also really poor. It's like playing against slow motion KCI. It's like playing against slow motion KCI. And slow motion KCI was already slow motion KCI, so you can imagine. Maybe I was not supposed to keep the chord here. Oh, come on. Not Tron with a 7. It's Tron with a 7. Boo. Boo. Rubbish. Filth. Muck. Boo. Haven't seen Neobrand in a long minute. I saw it last week. But I mean, they got nerfed brutally. Keeping the chord means we have a chance to get to Magus. Yeah. But the problem is I can't get to it on turn 3. And It's a Tron opponent that kept their 7. Yeah, they have turn 3 Tron, so we're pretty screwed. So this is the thing I'm talking about, Mord. Like, look at this. Like, this game is like almost kind of reasonable, but they have exactly what they need. Like, this is how my games against Tron go, and I feel like you and Davius just like take all the luck, and you just run away with it. they got what they need, but they say it's just 3 lands. They say it's just 3 lands. Oh baby, they got what they need. I mean, if they get Wormcoil, we could play through, in theory. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is like you have the things to slow them down, and I just never do. And in game 2, what'll happen is I'll draw a 7 with none of the hate pieces, and then I'll draw an they played the wrong land. They played the wrong. They played the wrong land. Okay then. So you're saying there's a chance? I guess I'm fetching a forest. Yeah, now we make it. I mean, I guess. If they have Karn, it's not really going to be good enough. I mean, 4-drop Karn, but I think opponent might be a little tilted. I would be. This is so much more winnable. Although if they have Ballista, they can beat the Magus, but whatever. Can't play around it. Yeah, winnable Tron. Bad Tron, my favorite Tron. Not worst Tron, though, which is also a good Tron. I won't be able to cast this Skyclave or the Yorion if I Magus right now. Hello, Katamari Tron. I think I still have to Magus right now. Yeah, I do. Especially if they're playing the build from the recent challenge. Because that one has an Ulamog in it. Yeah, we can always find more mana. Deck should be quite good at it. There you are. Spring. Got him. I'm aware, dry boomer. Yeah, well, no, they could just have a Ballista in hand. They usually play 2 or 3. They have wastes, so they've got Thought Knot. Oh, or they had Karn. So if I hit my next white mana here, could be pretty good. Blue's not good enough. We'll see what they get, too. So I can path the Matter Shaper. Although that gives them another wastes. Well, we'll see what they're getting with it. I mean, I wouldn't say it drastically increases the game for them. Ballista would have killed the Magus, and we know they have Tron in their hand. So they would go from 4 mana to 10 mana. And then their next turn, like whatever they have in hand, they just unload. So not as helpful as I would like. But they won't be able to unload their hand while they're playing a Ballista. So let's go ahead and path. Put Karn on 1. I need my next draw to be good. Oh, let's see if the waste is in their hand. No, it wasn't. Shoot. Hopefully they don't have Ugin. Ugin. Shoryuken. Shoryuken. Damn. Oh, this sucks. Oh, oh, oh! Forgot to plus their Karn. Son of a... Is the non-attack step Rhino a modern playable card? Stonehorde Dignitary? Technically, yes. Jeweled Lotus is seeing Legacy play. How? How? Is it broken and letting you cast your commander? Or not your commander, your companion? Doubling cube copies the mana, but not the restriction. Well, that's just stupid. Well, now we're in trouble. Jeez. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So I'm just taking the hit here. I have to Skyclave their Karn, which is terrible for me, but there's a good chance their bridge stops the illusion token they can get from attacking. I have to Skyclave their Karn because they should be playing a Sundering Titan in their sideboard, and I cannot survive getting Sundering Titans right now. This game was just such a damn shame. Just everything, I don't know, just didn't work out. Colors don't even work out this turn. I can't get quadruple white. Not that I should be able to, but like it's just a shame. Like it's all just that close. And now Ballista with 10, 11, 12 mana, 3 cranks per turn. I don't know if we can beat that. I can Skyclave the Ballista this turn, but that's assuming their hand doesn't have anything else going on, which it probably does. We'll see. Yep. Chalice on 2. Interesting choice. Dude, I don't know. I think my opponent might be new to Etron, maybe new to Modern. Didn't activate the Ballista in response. Like, at all. Which is fine. I mean, it's everyone's got to be new at some point. Oh, great. I like the 6-drop Ugin in the Etron deck. I think it's fantastic. I don't know what particular problem you have with it, Dry Boomer. Third Ballista. It's a yikes. Third Ballista? Second Ballista. Where am I getting third Ballista from? I don't know. Down ticks the Ugin. Interesting. I guess they're only planning to win with Walking Ballista? He's not new. You've seen Sandstorm's Televation a lot of times. Interesting. Okay. I don't remember ever having seen it before, so That kind of sucks. Yeah, I guess so, Dry Boomer, but I don't know. Etron, the mana advantage from Ugin is just insane. Like, there are times where you will just, like, hit your Tron on 3, go Ugin into stuff, and just eat your opponent alive because of the mana advantage plus the permanent destruction that you get. I'm not saying it's perfect or anything. It's fine, but it's pretty far removed from the list of cards you need to play. I mean, there's a lot of flex spots though. That deck isn't actually that good at having Tron on 3. No, but you don't have to have the Ugin on 3. But like, when you do, it's one of the more powerful things you can end up with. Opponent did not successfully kill my Walking Ballista. Or my Wall of Blossoms. What? What happened? What? I'm so confused. You're right though. The deck is not that good at having Tron on 3, but I was like, that's just a situation where it's pretty damn good. But I don't know. It's a good removal spell. Yeah, I mean there's plenty of boards where it's just better to have than All Is Dust. In general, there's just better cards in the slot. Like what? I'm just curious. Because you got the 12 Eldrazi, you have 4 Karns. I don't think All Is Dust is necessarily better. It's not always that good against control decks. Whereas Ugin is like sometimes Ugin is just as good but better because it leaves behind a body. So I don't agree with that at all. All Is Dust is good. I think it's a very good card. I just don't think that Ugin is just like not just for control decks. Well, that's not my point. My point is just yeah. I mean, I think they're both fine, and you need a little bit of each. All Is Dust tends to come out of the deck entirely, I think, more often than Ugin does. Yeah. That's the reason you want to play an All Is Dust, is just that it completely can flip a game. But I think Ugin is the same way. I've had plenty of games where Ugin off the top as like a Vindicate on one of their permanents is just good enough. But there's other games where you get to play the Ugin and just start upticking it and just spewing out tokens that they can't beat. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I'm not infinitely versed in the Etron matchup, but in playing Etron, but I've been doing it for the last couple days, and I think they're both good cards. I've seen lists that don't play All Is Dust. I've seen lists that don't play Ugin. I've seen both of them be successful. So, I mean, certainly something you can do, but I wouldn't say I have any definite value judgment on one versus the other. All right, Etron. So Path to Exile seems bad, but the Blood Moon seem okay. I don't really think I want to play Crumble to Dust or Teferi or Voice or a second Scooze, but one Ooze is fine. You dislike Burn playing Bauble and Seal for Lurks. I think Bauble makes sense if you're playing Luris. I don't necessarily think it's that good, but it makes sense. The Seal seems like way too much. Seal seems like they've gone too far. Yeah, I get that. I haven't done the diligence enough to know. Does this take out the paths? I guess so. It's probably correct. Sort of Fire and Ice is good on a flyer or a bunch of creatures. Eidolon's no good, so this seems fine. Feels like every time I'm sideboarding, my deck gets clunkier, but maybe it's just because I'm always taking out low drops. Helix is okay. Blows up a Karn. One of Ren and 6 is fine. Yeah, this is good to do. It's good to go. No, I understand the downside of Bobble. I totally understand the downside of Bobble. I get it. I understand. I'm very well versed in the conversations about the pluses and minuses of Mishra's Bobble. So this hand kind of sucks. Just because the mana's no good. This is really not better. Good God. Oh my God, why? Opponent snaps off their 7 again, too. On the draw. Oh, man. Yeah, that is what I'm gonna do here. I'm not happy about it, Dry Boomer, but I have a couple of shots at a land, and if I do hit it, it's pretty okay. The thing is, they kept their 7, so I'm kind of not feeling great to mull to 5. Alright, fine. I want to get it in under a Chalice. And then if I go Wall of Blossoms into a land this turn, then I can play the Stoneforge after, or the second Wall of Blossoms. Natty-tron! Looking like. This is either Chalice or Walking Ballista. Okay. Chalice, thank God. Okay. We're doing it. One of the things I play this turn should probably be Stoneforge. Which means I'll have to sack with my food. Which means I won't have double red next turn. So let's get this second red now. I'm just going to assume that if I find a Blood Moon, I'm just going to live. Oh, Seal of Fire is so good, dude. I mean, especially in Enigmatic, though. Okay, Batterskull, get in there. Come on, little hand. Scrappy little hand. Let's friggin' do it. Let's get her done. No Tron, no Temple. Bustin' makes me feel good. This is Ballista. Yeah. Do they snipe the birds immediately? Are they so old? They are. Not surprised. I think getting Batterskull into play this turn is better than anything else this hand has. Double mine. Opponent's working on the railroad over there. Karen. Results. So this is the second ensnaring bridge deck I've played against in a row. And this deck is very much not set up for these. It's curious. They got Batterskull. That's very strange. I guess I could have waited on the land until after I played the Pyro, but whatever. They move in packs. They move in herds? Ah, they do move in herds. They went and got Batterskull. Why did they go and get Batterskull? No, that does not solve the answer. So, am I putting Batterskull on a goose? Is that what I'm doing here? No, but I could. 100% an option that I have. Put Batterskull on a goose. Surrounded by animal arsonists. Best chat quote in a while, though. Oh, I forgot. That should have been a token. Oops. Sorry, opponent. It's been a minute since that was relevant. That was a sizable mistake. Yep. Alrighty. Well, might as well attack with my Batterskull since I'm in a much better position than they are board-wise. Put it on your tombstone. I like that. Tron land, all is dust, anybody? They do have a Chalice down. I wonder if they've been drawing Expedition maps. Blast Zone. Yipes. It's actually not too scary. Some passerby a chuckle. That's the best we can hope to do in death. It ain't bad. Okay. You got it. Good choice. We play Stoneforge, Sword of Fire and Ice, drop the Sword of Fire and Ice into play, but I can't equip it. So that doesn't do much for me. Birds of Paradise can't go through the Chalice. I think we go equip Batterskull to Seasoned Pyro? No, Stoneforge. Oh, wait, they've got Batterskull Smasher coming. This maybe is not the best play. Probably should have just played the Kiki there. Use it to draw a card with Wall of Blossoms. Yeah. Forgot that they can do the same thing I just did. Well, if I have to trade a huge chunk of my board for their Smasher with Batterskull, but they spend their whole turn doing it, I will do it. Uh-oh. Bye, Stoneforge. Pow. Maybe they plus. They could plus. No, 30 life is definitely something you can beat. A plus, which means I can't play Kiki now. Which is not the end of the world, but... Well, that's something. I don't have blue mana, though. I haven't had time to use my Goose to do so. The Sprawl I was playing was going to go on blue mana, but of course I forgot the Sprawl wasn't going to do that. Maybe I go Kiki the Pyromancer. Oh, I can't play the Kiki anyway. I don't have triple red. Gosh darn it. Stoneforge. Get me sword. Go attack with Stoneforge. I'll let them have the option of double blocking here. They'll probably just chump block with the Spirit. Yeah, okay. Now if they go Tron or just land all his dust will end me. Oh, they don't even need the land. They have the Ugin now. All right, but we'll see. Thought not. Yeah. So I could drop in the sword in response, but I can also make a food this turn cycle. And the food lets me cast Omnath or Kiki, so they get to decide what I don't have, but I get to decide what I do afterwards. They take the Kiki. That sucks. And Matter Shaper. Okay. Without the Kiki, this game is suddenly a hell of a lot less winnable. It's a shame we drew it. And we still haven't drawn any Chord of Callings. 'Tis the tyranny of playing too many cards, I suppose. Could move the Batterskull onto the Goose, then crack Ugin down to 2, which would limit their ability to... Yeah, we should do that. In fact, I might have been able to do that many turns ago, and I just punted. I bet that's true. I bet that's true. So Ugin just cleaning up on this board. Obviously, all his dust would have been really good too, but... They had it all. Well, well played, opponent. Yikes. Just got absolutely stomped there. Definitely made some mistakes, but the biggest mistake was drawing our one Kiki-Jiki. All right. Round third. Yeah, what could it be, Mord? Could be anything. I don't have enough information on the match you're playing, but I know if you ever started streaming consistently, you'd have all my viewers. I would never work again in this town. Ooh, I'll keep this on the draw, but goodness gracious, it is not a good hand. Opponent mulls to 5. Uh-oh. Opponent mulls to 4. So dredge it is, huh? Or Greentron. Thinking dredge. Breeding pool. Noble, holy crap. I'm going to write a dissertation on how burn players manage to play as poorly as possible and how their top deck skills are inversely correlated. That's interesting. Okay. It's all coming together. You know, attack for one? You could. Holy crap. It's a really good draw. They have a protection spell, though. It dies immediately. I should probably play it, though. The upside is if they don't have a protection spell, it's just going to break the game in half. Ping. Oof. And they did mull to 4. Oh my god. Yep. Sometimes it's better to be looking and good. Holy crap. Good lord, that is just a filthy draw. So we've got Path, Witness Path, Ping the Noble Hierarch. Wow. Sometimes the good guys win. Sometimes the good guys win. Sure. Okay. So grab the forest, pick up land, throw down the witness. Oop. Pick up the path. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. They couldn't find a second infect threat. For example, the better the Jund player, the better their opponent top decks. Is that a useful... Does that line up usefully? Alright, so I think Stoneforge out. Eidolon definitely out. Magus is good. Blood Wounds are good. Omnath is not relevant, really. And I guess I can cut the Skoos? Yeah, Skoos out too. Does that rule trip the Moto Shuffler BG roll, though? I might need more clarification on exactly what you're trying to say there, Dryboomer, but this deck looks like Ideal Magic. It's not bad, Griselbrander. It's not bad. I think it's possible the Stoneforge part of the deck is not that good, but what do I know? One piece of removal? Eesh. Probably not good enough against Infect, right? With no acceleration? Yeah. This hand is much better. And is much better. Put almost a 5. This has been a crazy league. It was Lantern Control, E-Tron, Infect. One glistening boy. Hey opponent, I have your worst nightmare. A single blocker! Honk honk. Scrawl! Anyone else remember when Magic Arena had the Gilded Goose that was a hawk? Anyone else remember that? I do. It was great. You'd play your Gilded Goose and you'd just hear a scream. It's like, what? Blood Moon. Having fun, opponent? Yeah, you're having fun. Like Spellskite? I like Spellskite. Spellskite is cool. You can't really call Modern fun. I mean, you can. Well, I mean, I very much have tried the Vanifar version of this. I have tried a Vanifar version. I don't know if the Vanifar version. I'm not sure, but I've played a Vanifar version at some point. You can certainly find it on my YouTube, Griselbrander, which you can get a link to here. There's tons of modern leagues, something about 300, something like that. So, I think it might be 200. I forget how many it is. It's a lot. I think it's 200 modern and then like 60 pioneer and then like 20 legacy, something like that. It's a lot. So this turn I'll block, let my goose get shrunk by 1. They have 4 cards in hand, but they could have multiple mutagenic growths. If they mutagenic growth here, I'm not really upset about it, because I have the Resto coming down this turn. So now they're down one useful card against it. Modern hasn't been fun since looting ban. I would say Modern was frequently not fun even before looting was banned. So again, it just depends on your definition of fun. Some people like the drag race meta. Some people like it when like every deck is just like full of like brutal haymaker, hate pieces, and turn 3, turn 4 kills. Looting's death was deserved? I don't think so. I think looting enabled a lot of decks that were wonderful, like Misty Pyromancer. But unfortunately, it just enabled a lot more decks like Griselbrand and things like that. Rip Opal? Yeah, I agree. Rip Opal. I mean, don't forget Astrolabe, which got kicked out during all that. Opal should be unbanned. I would be really interested to see if they did that like Golgari Grave Troll. In that if they were proactive about it and they said, listen, we're not necessarily leaving this in the format, but we're willing to give it a trial run. I think that would be an interesting experiment. Float the extra white, see what I hit here. My opponent is very much free to concede this game, by the way. There's nothing's keeping them here. They can just go if they don't like this. Looting dies for the sins of Phoenix. The timing on the looting ban had very little to do with anything that was actually problematic in the metagame. So I would say it would be very, very bold. I could have played the Yorion this turn, couldn't I? My opponent was distracting me with chat, and I do believe this game is pretty locked up. But they could draw a basic forest and then start playing Glistener Elves and shit, so I should get my shit together. I'll hold on to my one rand. Oh, I should have cycled the Triumph first. Sold Scales and picked up Dredge. The new version has been tearing it up in leagues, or at least it was for a while, MTG Jesus, so I would certainly look into it. Kind of unfortunate draw. Yeah, the Saturday challenge is already up. If you follow Bamzig, Bamzig, on Twitter, you can get that stuff fairly early. Or obviously Basura has the link. I don't know how he gets access to those before they're like posted up into like the main section of the site. I assume that if you just know the correct URL, you can get to the things. But Resto flickers Yorion. Spyro. Draw. Okay. Draw. Pyromancer. Blood Moon goes. Path goes. Draw 2. Hopefully we draw land. Didn't draw land. Flicker Yorion. Trying to dodge Heliod. Yeah, I mean, Dredge can beat Heliod. You just get on board brutally fast, and sometimes you have the Lava Axe or the Thoughtseize to pick apart their early plays. But it's probably not an easy matchup. Challenge is playing Alter to beat Infinite Life. That is spice. Yeah, you're 100% right, Jackie. I was playing super sloppy because my opponent was chatting back and forth about how much they, I don't know, don't like variants in Modern. So apologies to everyone whose viewer experience was compromised now and in the future on YouTube. I certainly was not playing very tight, and I deserve your criticism for it. I unfortunately get distracted by the human on the other side of the computer sometimes. It is a part of me. All right. Go into round 4. Okay, on the draw against the Luris deck, I'm inclined to keep this. I know it's pretty bad, but the mana's good. I have Pyro and Skyclave. So we've got like a great removal spell plus... Uh-oh. Plus something that should fix my draws. So let's see how she goes. Opponent is trying to figure out if they're going to shock their Agadim. Sorry, I got distracted. So I want to fetch out Raugrin Triome. So use that. What in the hell? Oh, I bet they're on Spike's deck. Huh. This hand will not be as good of a keep. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe not. Aghanim into Polluted Delta for a Lurrus deck. Yeah. Bolt upstairs. GDS with Lurrus? Could be. Well, at least I got the answer for that. Jeez. Sometimes it's really weird when you go to 8 cards in hand and it feels like it's like 9. Just kind of like overload, overload, pleasure, overload. Yoink.
Yoink!
Got him. Excuse me? Dat member. I'm guessing there's a fat Death Shadow coming up. Tick. 2 C's. Ooh, or that. Well. Pyromancer. Well. I really was surprised what I'm supposed to. Is Dredge just off Merchant of the Veil? Yeah, they have the easy answer of they just get to play 8 Cathartic Reunions because of the new card Mord. Yeah, they just don't. They don't need to do that anymore. I think there's supposed to be some amazing play that I'm supposed to know about here, but I'm going to just discard Witness and land. Resto resets the Pyro next turn for me. So just hopefully Elemental blocking Scourge is good enough here. Maybe not. What? Seriously? You don't even care, huh? You're just like, TBR. I'd like to declare attacks. Like what is that? So rude. It's rude. You're rude, opponent. You're rude. I didn't get to see any blue cards out of their deck, which is frustrating. Because I don't know what to expect on the blue front. That's okay. Yeah, it's something. It's something, obviously, Basura. It's something. It's a weird little moto quirk. Weird little moto quirk. Not that I ever lose games, it's you just see a lot of streamers losing all the time, just like to show up in their stream and just flex on the fact that I never see that. It's just doesn't happen to me. Happens to the other guys, but not me. It's my last cut here. I feel like Teferi's pretty good here. Maybe it's not as good as I think it is. Let's go with 2. Obviously, Basura never loses any games he didn't mean to lose. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to keep that one. Hide the lantern tank. Never 5-0. 4-0 drop. Sometimes you hide it too well. That's great. But I don't talk about that. I didn't become Witch Weekly's 5-time winner of the Most Charming Smile Award. No, I didn't beat the Abandoned Banshee. God, it's been a while. I didn't even like that movie that much. Or the actor. No, whatever. Am I winning? That's an interesting question, Mike. I would say by and large, a little bit. That series, the casting, my God, it really ended up all over the place as they went along. That was one of those ones where I was like, I guess he's all right. Maybe. All of the Goblet of Fire was a train wreck in my opinion, but that's my favorite book, so gonna be pretty opinionated on it, I guess. Don't worry, bud. I'm gonna hard cast this Batterskull. I got you covered. Yeah, they crushed it on. Alan Rickman. They crushed it. That's just not up for debate. Absolutely correct. Force spike incoming. Oh no, you're gonna make me reconsider what I was gonna play, Mike. Oh. Yeah, I want Force Spike in Modern Horizons too. Casting Batterskull is not all that good. Raugrin Triome gives me access to blue guaranteed. I don't know if that's actually any good here. We already have Fair Modern him. Don't you know about our Lord and Savior Rise and Fall? Why did you put the freaking thing in my... Damn it. Okay, thank you. I can't get blue mana with this, though. So maybe I'm supposed to play the Stoneforge. Unfortunately, the way the mana works out is just no good. But I think I have to. You can use Yorion to reset these sprawls at a later date. Time to get stubbed. Yeah. Why did you have to... Why'd you have to be right, Mike? Why? God damn it. No, it's all good, dude. Clearly has nothing to do with you. Delver, sure. Sounds like Mord just got manatized. Oh yeah, you know what we're gonna get? Sword of Fire and Ice, so I can put it on my wall of blossoms. Yo! Yo! On the plus side, I have Chord for 5-ish next turn. Probably 4. Do they blind flip the Delver? Yep. Thoughtseize draw. Come on, man. They gotta be like that. Yeah, it's resolving. I kind of think they have to take the sword. One chord combo line time. So you chord for Witness, then you chord for Resto, then you chord for Kiki. Could be. Thoughtseize might put a king in our play. Although they can't let me play Sword of Fire and Ice and equip it to Stoneforge. Like, they really, realistically, they can't take the chord out of this hand. Unless their hand is totally stacked. Which it could be. It is Grixis Delver. I mean, Blue-Black Shadow. I mean, I don't know. So they took the sword. And they do not currently have blue mana on tap. So we're going to go for a Witness right now. 1/1 Shadow. You got it. No, maybe not. No, this is not my brew. Very few of the decks we play on this channel are my brews. Think we'd take the Shadow. It's just a lot less dangerous in the long run. In the long run, in the long run. Gonna take that shadow, gonna eat it up in the long run. Get the Witness. Witness get the Chord. Chord get the kill. In America, first you get the sugar, then you get the power, then you get the women. Facts. Facts from Homer Simpson. Ah! Diffuse the combo. It's going pretty good, McDerp. We were just McDerping along here. We know they don't have Force Spike now. We certainly do. That was an exceptional draw. Your soul is mine. Yoink. Smashy, smashy. So I kind of waited for their upkeep to try to kill the Shadow. I don't know why, Blitz. Ross raided me one time and we have almost no rapport. They played 2 of my decks one time on one episode of Versus Live. Not that that means anything. Like, I don't know. He did. If it wasn't him, I was going to try to get, like, Cave Dan or something. Oh, I'm going to marry Ross Miriam. Snap Thoughtseize is kind of a pain in the ass. So I can put them to 2 here without giving them the creature from Skyclave. Or... yeah, that's probably the right way to do it. No, this week was the 25th anniversary of the steamed hams scene from The Simpsons. And I was thinking of like a Magic content creator I could get to record one part of it, one of the characters, and then I would record the other one. And I'm happy to record either one. And he snap called Superintendent Chalmers, which I'm happy about because I think I do a better Skinner than Chalmers. Steamed hands. Oh my! Obviously Basura with the gifted sub for Lord to Light. Oh, not in Utica, no, it's an Albany expression. Good Lord, what is happening in there? Aurora Borealis. This is sideboard. Aurora Borealis. Steamed hams transcript. Easy peasy. Damn it. Just snap lightning bolt in hand. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. Can I see it? No. Yeah, the scene done by different animators is something. Mouth-watering Skinner burgers, old family recipe. For steamed hams. Yes. Yes, and you call them steamed despite the fact that they are obviously grilled. I don't know why, but I love Chalmers' pronunciation of obviously there. The rhythm of it is beautiful. Yeah, that ought to do it. It is just a beautiful word. It is. Oh yeah, by the way, Blitz, dude, sick run. I think, Mord, what was happening is that person was concerned that Blitz wasn't understanding him because Blitz was maybe was not an English speaker, and so they wanted to make sure that they hated in all the languages available to them. Because what is this world if we can't hate bilingually, you know? Hot draw. Not that I need it, but you know, I already had the one card I needed there. But yeah, we're gonna be good. Why did I learn if I can hate it? Exactly. It's like kids. What's the first thing they learn to do in any language? Swear. Yeah, like, I mean, come on, Blitz. It's no problem. All of my recent challenge runs have murdered me, so like, I nothing but love for your attempts there. All right, opponent. How would you wish to die? By the sword? Did not crack their polluted delta in response. Shame. Shame. Going game 3. Going game 3, baby. You're in love with mulling to 5. Yikes. It's a yikes for me, dog. Okay, knowing they're on Delver, do I want more bolts? Maybe. Magus is probably not as good as I was thinking it could be. Blood Moon might be, but not really interested in it. Somehow dodge prowess and Niv all day. Good for you, buddy. What did you do? 5 and 2? I want to say 5 and 2 sounds right. I don't know why. $81 card special? Anyone? Yeah, we're gonna go 81 card special. Screw the math. 5 and 2 for 19th. Yeah, that's a great run, dude. What was Blitz playing, I wonder? Oh no, congrats. Oh, no congrats? I don't know which one you're saying, Ward, but I'm sure it's me either way. How have the Gilded Geese felt? Pretty bad, if I'm going to be honest with you, McDerp. But I haven't really hit burn or prowess where I think the Gilded Geese would potentially shine. I'm not banning Mord. Although, Mord, I might do another special... You can lose burns now, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got you, baby. Well, I didn't. Obviously, Basura did. But, you know, someone did. I can't keep this hand, right? Yeah. I mean, I get why. I mean, but the problem is it's also it has its downsides too. I'm gonna keep this and just draw hot. We'll be fine. Yeah, we're gonna risk it. The biggest risk was that they had Thoughtseize, but now that we've gotten past that. Oh, we're good. All right. I should have used the Catacombs. I boarded out Magus. I'm going to be risky with my mana, and hopefully I'm not going to end up hating myself for it. I'm not sure what they could be playing that would hose me brutally for this, but we might be about to see. Please don't blind flip that. You son of a bitch with Stubborn Denial. Okay, well, I don't have to play into that. There's the Thoughtseize. Good thing they didn't do it on turn 1. I've got a pretty stacked hand, so this is okay. Yeah, Blitz, I should have fetched Temple Garden. No, so no, what I should have done is use the Verdant Catacombs to fetch there, because then I could fix almost in any direction I want. The Catacombs is just the crappiest fetch land in this deck, and I didn't appropriately adjust for it, so it's fine. They took the Pyro anyway, so. I'm going to play the Stoneforge here. If they fetch, I'm going to go fetch Shock Path. Just get that off the board. But yeah, Blitz, I just got overly distracted with like, oh, am I really going to do it? Am I really going to put the Utopia Sprawl on a non-basic, which I do so infrequently, that I was kind of overly concerned about it and distracted me in a way that it probably shouldn't have. I'm just sitting here going, if Larynx Punchworthy were here, he would just say, you know, you could save a lot of time by just saying the words "you're like I'm bad." Okay. Not a particularly powerful play with no creatures in their graveyard. You need a sip emote now. I know, it's really good. It's a really good goddamn emote. Okay, I have green up. I just really would like to draw land more than anything else. I have set up to play Skyclave, which was the most important thing in my mind earlier, Blitz. Much more so than getting the Seasoned Pyro. A new emote for 1K bit donators. Neat. Nice. That's awesome, dude. They just dismembered my Skyclave. So this means they have a Death Shadow in their hand that they're going to play. They still have the stub. Stub doesn't beat Skyclave. This is Luris, yeah. I don't have anything to get, so it's fine. Delver, also fine. I think I take out the Delver, right? It's just way harder for me to deal with. If they kill my Skyclave, they only get a 1/1 too, which is a big concern for me right now. Next turn I can chord for a 2-drop, which is Scooze, I guess. I could just gamble that they're not going to flip immediately and or kill my Skyclave. Pretty sure. I think I'd rather go this way. They have one card in hand, which is the stub. So that's fine. And then we'll see where we get over the next turn or two. This means they're not attacking, though, unless they draw removal or more threats, which gives me a turn to chord. The chord gets stubbed, but then I can't chord right now. I don't have a third green. Shit. Well, Eyelet, okay. We'll be really concerned when they play a fiery aglet. Thoughtseize. Rats. Take my sword. I want to top deck green mana so I can play chord on their turn and then Batterskull on my turn. Take the Batterskull. Fair enough. Holy crap. That's crazy. All right. Can also make Pyromancer tokens. The Pyromancer tokens give me the thick chords coming up. Coming up. Thoughtseize. Yeah. They get one of my chords no matter what, so I can't stop them. We know they have a stub, correct. It might be the case that I just go EOT Seasoned Pyro, and then on my turn cast Sword of Fire and Ice, and they have to stub that. Oh, you're so dead, opponent. I'm not even blocking it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Well, it's like they stub it, or they take a hit with the Sword of Fire and Ice and lose their creature, right? And if I draw a land, I can totally eat them alive on that play too. So if I have the post stub land, I just want to draw land, untap land, not Raugrin Triome, untap land. They're so screwed. There's no, I don't know if there's any reasonable out for this. What are you gonna do? Stub me? Eh? You gotta. Doesn't do it. Are they just dead? They're just dead. Somebody scream! Just submitted the worst deck on my deck submission link. I'll play it for $10 USD. You can tip me more if you like, too. Opponent says GG. 59 Forest, 1 Dryad Arbor. I'd do it. I would just, like, read a book while I was playing it. Alright, we're 3-1. I will be right back, and we'll do the last one. Alright. Let's rock and rumble. Lantron? Lantron control? I don't know. I mean, I've played Ancient Silvergack. Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, but I must say, you steam a good ham. Let's go. Let's go. All right. In the dark. Am I keeping this hand on the play? Sure, why the hell not? What's the worst thing that could happen? Well, death. Okay, have your deck open here. I have Excite. Opponent with no companion. Let's see what they're up to. Ballistas, Emery's, Thought-Knot Seers, Sean, Islands. Huh. I mean, I'm willing to play that. I am willing to play that. This is tap Stomping Grounds on a Molt at 4 mean. It means Dredge. I'm playing against Dredge. How fast is my combo? Reasonably quick. Plus I have Omnath. Plus I have Sword of Fireness. Okay, this game actually could go quite well. We'll see. Here they go. It's for all the marbles, folks. Yikes. It's not too bad. 1 Narc Amoeba, 1 Prized Amalgam, 1 Creeping Chill. But did they even Creeping Chill? No, they discarded the Creeping Chill. Huh, okay. Not too bad. No Conflag in the graveyard means I'm playing Omnath this turn, I believe. Because that means next turn I can chord for Kiki. I'm 9 mana next turn. I think it results in a turn 5 kill. which is hopefully good enough with the life gain from Omnath. Green, white, red, blue. Okay. Y'all gotta rick it for the bicket. Risk it for the biscuit. Let's go. Let's go! Their hand is mostly full of dredgers. Stinkweed, Golgari Thug, something. There's the Nox. Yikes. Alright. Well. Shit. Yeah. They milled the Ox this turn. Of course they did. How could they not? Stinkweed, Thug, so they're milling at least 13 more. Smiting Helix. Yikers. Holy crap. That was terrible. They hit no Creeping Chills and no more Narcomoebas. Nothing's coming back. Alright, I mean, we take those. So the question is, how do I play this turn? Probably just go pass. On their turn, I can gain another 4, go to 23, plus play the Resto to flicker my Omnath if I need to dodge anything. Plus, I have the Resto at end step. I don't think they play any instant speed kill spells. And then we're just golden. Can use Omnath as a blocker on the Ox, which ensures that Ren 6 doesn't die. Yes. I mean, that's... Sometimes you just gotta be lucky, friend. Sometimes you just gotta be lucky. That's really all there is to it. Get gooder. Yeah, they've got Smiting Helix in their graveyard. So that's bringing back all their Silver Smotes. The Silver Smotes will bring back the prized Amalgams. Still a really weak turn. Play Stinkweed Imp. Play Life from the Loam. Sure. Then they can play Smiting Helix. I think this is the bad version. It's not a bad deck, but I think it's not as good as the other ones. I ran into someone the other day who was playing Honest to God Burning Inquiry again, which was pretty cool to see it. Why did they leave back there? Because they can play the Smiting Helix? Is that what they want? All attacking me, eh? Guess we'll just eat the Amalgam. I do need this Omnath alive. But Smiting Helix is a sorcery, so they will play it now. Flicker, Omnath in response. No harm, no foul. Yeah. Get green-red in case I draw the Kiki. Not that I think I'll have a problem playing it, but just in case. Look at the Omnath. Yes, please. No life gain for you, opponent. They did gain life earlier this turn, though, so their Silver Smotes are still coming. Which is going to bring the prize Amalgams back at the end of my turn, but they don't have any flying blockers. Very easy kill here. I guess. I gotta tap the Resto. It's fine. Let's not worry about it. X is 5. Get a Kiki. Hello. Clone the Angel. Alright, you guys know what time it is. Kona didn't make me go through any cycles. We'll still listen to the whole thing. It is in fact 12:55. We are well past the witching hour, my friend. Oh, I respect the concede too, Blitz. I'm just surprised. I haven't seen one in a while. Thanks for the follow there, Smirabito. Smirabito. It's a cool name.
Some folk will never eat a skunk, but then again some folk will, like Cletus the slack-jawed yokel.
Hey, what's going on this side?
You mean this one more? Oh, thanks, Mirabito. I do what I can. That's called Powerhouse. It was a song that appears in, I think, a Disney cartoon from like the 1940s, but it was featured in a Simpsons episode where Homer goes and works at the bowling alley. It's his dream job is to be a pin monkey, and it's the music that plays when he's behind the scenes finding out how the bowling pins get made. Yeah. Any blue-black Lantern control deck that you would recommend? No Urza if possible. There's not one that I would recommend, no, but I think... Can I keep this hand? So is it turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Sprawl, Wall. Then turn 3 Chord for Witness, turn 4 Resto, turn 5. Kill? Alright. Guess I could get Scooze earlier in this sequence if I need to. Yeah. You can check my YouTube, Sammy, for all of the Lantern decks I've played. There's an Emery one that I believe might be Grixis or Sultai from a while back. And that one is probably the closest to what you'd want. You can also theoretically play Lantern with Luris. Something I've been kicking around a couple different times. So if you just type in Lantern in the search box there, that'll get you, I think, all of them. I think they're all labeled as Lantern in some way or shape. Wow, they got real small dredges there. Oh, more than I thought. And there's 2 Silver Smotes. And they gained... Oh, they didn't gain enough, though, right? Man, that's weird. Thrilling Discovery not gaining you quite enough for Silver Smote has got to be a tilt for the dredge players. Unfortunately, there's no Lantern command yet. But if you suggest the one, maybe we'll have one. Could be anything. Could even be a boat. Okay. Well, okay. So triple chord, you say? Okay, that makes things a lot faster. Okay. This means this turn it's possible we could get the Skoos. But they're going to go... Oh my god. I think they're going to go off like crazy huge this turn, so maybe it won't matter. Oh, it was Grixis Simian Spirit Guide. Yeah. I really don't think the Simian Spirit Guides were adding all that much, though. See, this game, my opponent is dredging. This is what it's supposed to look like when you get massacred. I do not think I have a chance in this game. Yikes! Oh my god, that actually is 4. I was really hoping that was 2 Silver Smoke Ghouls that were each triggering twice. It was not. It's Humpty's Revenge, Hunter Hunter. The Weathermen call it Humpty's Revenge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I'd be happy to give you some input there, Sammy. I think one of the interesting questions is if you want to play Emery or Luris. Luris is kind of cool because you never need to actually go get it. But the problem with Luris is then you can't play Bridge in your main deck, and you can't play Karn, so it doesn't really work. But it's an interesting idea. I feel like there's a way to make it work, but I can't figure it out. All right. Am I just dead? So we go block, Resto, block, block. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 12. Or sack the Goose in order to get the Resto. Block, block, block. Take 9, 10, 11. Porphyry Nodes would be the way, but it kills. Well, you don't need to play it until it kills itself, right? You don't need to play the Luris until the Porphyry Nodes pops this. Oh, I see what you mean. Interesting. Interesting. No, it definitely seems wrong not to play Bridge. I agree with you. I think I'm just dead here, right? Like, there's just no point in trying to get this one. Just go game 3. That was an insane turn 3 out of them. But I mean, that's what their deck is supposed to do. Maybe we will have one turn where they don't go off so hard. Perhaps. Perhaps I shall be so lucky. Big thanks to everyone for sticking around all evening. It's been a wild time. Again, getting really good viewership on Saturday and Sunday nights, so I'm definitely going to make that more regular of a thing here. it may be the case that I'll be off tomorrow because I'm going to get wrecked by the construction noise waking me up in probably 7 hours. And I will not be going to sleep probably for another hour and a bit. But I'm going to do my very best to snap adjust my sleep schedule from today until tomorrow, and then hopefully be ready to come back on Tuesday at the latest. I might be on tomorrow just jamming some E-Tron in a sort of lazy, goofy way, just because I've been enjoying that deck recently, or something else that's not super super taxing for me. Doing these videos is not that the playing the deck is very hard, but playing the deck and streaming to you guys and trying to make sure it's quality content is a bunch of stuff. So yeah, this is kind of how I won game 1. It was a hand like this, a hand very much like this one. And if anyone has a suggestion for where we should raid when this stream is over, let me know. Turn 2 Magus should seal the deal. Well, it would have, but it's not an option. Oh, no. Alright, well. It's the hand I kept. They did not mulligan at all, so I'm assuming their hand is going to be hot fire. Yeah. Maybe not. Nope, they're done. Nice. They milled 2 lightning axes, which means they probably don't have one in their hand. So a single creeping chill. Not much to show for it. Alright. Son of a bitch. That's, yeah, this is not the best. Not really, Mike. It gains them 2. Last game, they could have had 2 creatures in play on turn 2. It doesn't gain you enough life. And if you mill a single creeping chill, that does. So, it's actually not that good. It seems like it would be, but until you realize it's 1 life short. Another thrilling, or is it cathartic? No, it's cathartic. Thug and Stingredient. Yeah, exactly. The thing about Thrilling Discovery, though, is it's the extra copies of Cathartic they needed. So they don't need to mulligan as often. They can have hands like this. Is it even worth playing the Magus now? I can still play Cathartics and Ox. They don't currently have an Ox in their graveyard. It's almost definitely still worth playing the Magus here. If I draw 1 land, I can go Resto, and if I draw the next land, I can go Kiki the turn after. This would be a really, really hilarious way to win a game. Let's see how she goes. Mills Vantage, Ox, Math. They milled the Ox. Of course they did. They didn't have an Ox in their graveyard just now. Now they do. Of course. Oh, man. Yeah, that's true, Mike. Good catch. I need this turn not to be insane from them. How many? They hit 2 Creeping Chills already? Okay. Oh my god. They had a Cathartic in hand and they get to Ox. Oh my god. Too much, man. There's 2 prized amalgams. There. Oh my god. There's no way. There's no way. I think my only chance is if they accidentally dredge their whole deck. And then just deck out. Unless maybe they boarded out some Creeping Chills. Maybe they had some stuck in their hand here. Let's see what they discard. Discards Loam, Stinkweed, Narcomoeba, Creeping Chill. Okay, 1 Creeping Chill was in their hand. Okay, so that could be big game. If it's on the bottom, like, couple cards of their library, that's a big deal. Narcomoeba is fine. They already had their prized amalgams coming back. So actually, this could be big. Yeah, looks like they didn't get it. Okay, we might get there. It's looking good. They can get in for 1 damage this turn if they're paying attention. They are. Chord of Calling for Wall of Lost Thoughts. Got him. They're on 2 cards in library. Dose. Is there a conflag in their graveyard? No. No, not at all. 2 Creeping Chills in Exile, that's it. So there's 1 they discarded. This Lightning Helix, they can't play it. So I can Chord for a Resto here. So I just need to be able to block enough that I don't die. So Wall of Blossoms blocks the Ox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm hard casting the Kiki next turn. Maybe I play the Resto. Wall of Blossom blocks the Ox. Resto blocks a prized amalgam. And I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. 9 plus 2. Oh, and Geese can block the Narcomoebas. So I think we're good. As long as they don't hit any more damage. So, yeah. Okay. Think we're good. Let's find out. It's going to be a tight one. Going to be a tight one. My last 5-0 ended up against Dredge. This one is not going for a 5-0, but 4-1 I'm pretty excited about. Oh, but if I chord, everything's tapped. But that's fine because I'm going to take the 11. So I chord, flicker the wall, wall blocks Ox, Resto blocks prized amalgam. That's it. If they have a conflag in their hand, I'm screwed. If they have any way to do any more damage, but you will all remember the day that we almost block then chord. No, it doesn't work. I'm not going to explain it right now, but it doesn't work. But the mana. Maybe it'll be okay anyway. Oh, the mana. Oh, the mana. I needed to flicker the goose, which wouldn't work with the. I was thinking about too many things. Right. Well, going to 1. Shoot. Oh, I don't know where I messed up, but I know I messed up clearly. Wait, what if I just block everything this turn? And then they deck, right? Oh, also I have the Magus. Okay. I messed up, but we might still get through it. Because they're going to deck. If the Magus dies, you die, though. I can flicker it with my Resto. No problem. We got you covered. Yep. Yeah, if we're going to do this anyway. I want the Resto to live, right? Yeah. Oh, the geese should have gone on the Narcomoebas. I really don't think it's going to matter. What a cool ending. Whee! Got him. That was a fabulous way to win a match, to end a league, to end an evening. So real talk about this deck. I don't know if the Gilded Goose or geese are that good. I did want to try them out. I'm glad that I did, but I don't think they're particularly great. And yeah, other than that, I don't know if the Stoneforge Mystic package is all that good in here. I think I've enjoyed decks that are playing Wall of Omens or Wall of Roots or just cards that synergize more with the Kiki combo strategy stuff. Stoneforge Mystic is always one of those interesting packages where, yeah, you can slot it into everything, literally everything, but like, why would you? Sometimes it's the right thing to do, sometimes it's not as exciting. 2 Crumble to Dust in the sideboard of this deck is really weird since it's an 80 card deck and you don't have a way to tutor for them. So that's a little bit suspect. Everything else in the sideboard is fine. Like the bolts, I think, come in with the paths a lot of the time, so it's really not a big. Is Yorion really necessary? Maybe a 60 card deck is better. Usually for these decks, Mike, the most successful people have been playing 80 card versions, and there's 2 reasons why. Yorion asks your deck to do 2 things: have things that synergize with it, or produce a lot of mana, enough that playing the 8 mana Yorion is good. And this is one of those decks, like very, very much so. This deck is just it's begging for Yorion to be in it. Additionally, going up to 80 cards reduces the amount of times you're going to draw your Kiki-Jiki. Now, obviously, in that league, we did do it one time, and it was kind of crappy for us, but it reduces the chance of that happening. It allows you to play more one-ofs like Eidolon of Rhetoric and Magus of the Moon in your game 1s, and you're less likely to draw them in games where you don't want them. But you're playing enough. You can play more tutors than this. So the deck that I played recently that was something I enjoyed a bit more than this one is the Bring to Light Kiki 5/0 deck from Davius Minimus. This just had like a much better construction in its way. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of Chord of Calling just generally, but I haven't played with it enough, so I want to get like a real Naya Kiki chord or Naya Kiki chord that's not maybe playing the Stoneforge Mystic package to try to practice that archetype and see what parts of that I do and don't love, because Chord of Calling is just a hard card I have a hard time wrapping my head around sometimes. Not wrapping my head around, but like seeing how good it is. Primal Command is hype in the other list. Yeah, it's a banger. I love that. Maybe I'll play some of this tomorrow. We'll see how the Moto lag is treating me, but we'll try to play this one tomorrow because this list is great. It's really fun. Anywho, so yeah, 4-1 with the Omnath Kiki chord. The only one we lost was to Etron, where we just got run over, I believe, in 2 games. But we definitely could have won that. It's just their hand came together really nicely in both games, and ours did not. There's definitely some places I could make some better plays, and I would be happy to hear about them in the future on the YouTube, in the comments section of this video if you are watching this on YouTube. And for everyone who's here live, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you do go watch this video in the future, or if you watch any of my YouTube videos at this link right here, you can always hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out other videos. Helps me grow the channel. Recommend it to your friends, family, frenemies, whoever. I don't really care. I don't care about your relationship with these people. Just send them to me. Give me, all that viewership. No, kidding. Obviously, I care about your relationships. Just don't know all of them because there's too many damn people. And we're going to raid Billy the Fridge, who is streaming some Magic the Gathering right now. Looks like some Strixhaven Limited, which should be a pretty sweet format. Billy the Fridge, of course, recorded the badass Cardboard Crack rap tune, so go make sure you thank him for that one if you've heard it, and if you haven't heard it, open up his stream and then go listen to Cardboard Crack because it's a banger.
Visible. Big time raid. What's up, Mana Symbol? How you doing? How are the Mana Symbol viewers doing tonight? I imagine you guys had a wonderful night. We did pretty good here. We were opening some packs. Spoiler alert. Okay, let's see what happens here. Spoiler alert. I got these out of my collector's booster box. I picked up a Zendikar Rising collector booster box. I got these. There's a bunch of other good stuff in the box too. And this was not the most impressive box that I opened because my Strixhaven booster box was loaded with value. It was so cool. Chillin' Mana, how you doing? Good night for cracking packages, is what I'll say. Let's get back into MTGO and try and win this game. We got Onyxed earlier. Okay. We're going to block... shit. We're going to block... We're going to block like that. Does he have trample?